Switching to the NBA, the in-season tournament obviously began. The Los Angeles Clippers played against the Dallas Mavericks, ended up getting annihilated, 144 to 126. It was not close. It was not the final score was not indicative of how far apart they were. The Dallas Mavericks, third best record in basketball, 7-2. Kyrie Irving balling. Luka Doncic showing what a superstar he is. Dropped 44 last night. Kyrie Irving had 27. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Clippers are 0-3 with James Harden, 0-4 over their last 4 games. They're winless. They're on a 4-game losing streak. This is getting ugly. Because first of all, they're losing with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on the court, along with James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Secondly, James Harden taking only 6 shots. That's a bit odd. That's a bit odd. Los Angeles Clippers are not looking good. If anybody's going to figure it out, Ty Lue's figuring it out. But Ty Lue really needs to be figuring out a way to get the hell up out of L.A. The Phoenix Suns wanted him before they ever hired Frank Vogel, but the Clippers wouldn't let him out of his deal. And so as a result, he's got to stay there. And it's one of those situations where you're looking at James Harden and you're asking, how the hell is this going to work? Seriously, how the hell is this going to work? I mean, I'm just looking at the Los Angeles Clippers right now. James Harden needs the basketball. Russell Westbrook needs the basketball. And they're not even 2 of the primary scorers. That responsibility falls on the shoulders of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So you got 2 dudes who are your stars, who have to have the ball and deserve it. And the $40+ million they're getting a year mandates they get the damn ball. But the ball is in the hands of Russell Westbrook or James Harden. Both who need the ball, both who are not great with moving without the ball. Their thing is having the ball in their hands and being facilitators for somebody else or themselves. Not running around through picks and screens and moving without the basketball like a Steph Curry and then getting the ball that way. No, that ain't going to work for them. Neither of them do that. This is why I wasn't really enamored with this move. I thought James Harden would have been better off as a Los Angeles Laker, potentially replacing a D'Angelo Russell. Because James Harden would have the ball in his hands. He could dance, he could do his thing, he could feed LeBron, et cetera, Anthony Davis, that kind of thing. He could do that. But James Harden ain't running around without the ball. And Russell Westbrook ain't going to do that. Why is Golden State, even with CP3, still formidable? Because CP3 is a quintessential point guard, but Steph Curry knows how to move without the basketball. He's one of the elite dudes in the NBA, in NBA history doing that. Remember the social media post or the interview that J.R. Smith, former member of the Cleveland Cavaliers, remember when they did an interview with him and he talked about how Matthew Dellavedova almost died covering Steph Curry. They needed to send him to the hospital and give him additional oxygen because that's how exhausted he was from running around chasing Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook and James Harden ain't doing that. I mean, the Statue of Liberty ain't far from me. And I'm telling you right now, that might move more than James Harden. Obviously, I'm being facetious since it doesn't move at all, but you know what I'm saying. It's not a good situation. It really isn't. And I'm really wondering, and I'm really iffy on whether or not this situation is really going to work for Steve Ballmer, the billionaire owner for the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm getting to that point. It's early in the season. I get all that. I get all of that. But it just seems like parts that don't fit. Putting a square peg into a round hole just don't fit. And if you Ballmer, and you're trying to establish something special in Los Angeles, not be the fair-weather stepchild to the Los Angeles Lakers, whose asses you've kicked for the last pretty much 5, 6, 8 years, for crying out loud, before you lost to them recently last week in an overtime game that Paul George fouled out of. You're trying to establish your own thing. You're building a new arena in Inglewood. This is not good. It's not good. I'm going to leave it at that for now because it's too early in the season to go any further. But I don't like what I'm seeing. And if you James Harden, my brother, this could be it for you. Yeah, you're right. You took sacrifices. You expected better from Daryl Morey. You wanted that lengthy contract extension. You wanted that long-term max deal. You left money on the table to help improve the team. You made a lot of sacrifices. You deserve a lot of credit for that. But you're also the person that stunk up the joint in games 6 and 7 after having a 3-2 lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals last year. You're also a person that forced your way out of 3 teams now. You're also a person, there's ample evidence that you quit on numerous occasions. If it don't work out with the Los Angeles Clippers, my condolences, my brother. My condolences. That's me feeling sorry for James Harden. When I come back, I'm going to tell you why I feel sorry for all of us. We're in a bad, bad state of affairs right now. And it don't look like it's going to get any better anytime soon unless something drastic happens. I'm not somebody who just presents problems. I try to present solutions. You'll figure out what I'm talking about in a minute. Just stick around.